Hey YouTube, it's Kharyzma, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to make these pleated masks. You guys have supported me by purchasing these masks on my online shop, etsy.com/shop/Kharyzma4u, and I just want to say a special thank you to those of you who have been purchasing on my site. But for those of you who know how to sew or want to learn how to sew, I'm going to show you today how to make these lovely pleated masks. And let me just show you. How cute is this? And the inside is pink. You guys know I love pink, so a lot of my things have pink in it. This one has fruits. Look at that. I also have solid colors. So these are super cute. So for some of you guys out there who want to learn how to sew, I would think this is definitely a beginner friendly project. You can pick out your own fabric. These masks are cotton, and then some of them are lined with muslin. Some of them are lined with satin. Some of them are 100. So all of them are really different. So you just have to choose the fabric that you want. And for those of you who don't want to make masks, you just want to buy them, you can definitely purchase varieties on my website, etsy.com/shop/Kharyzma4u. But thank you guys so much, and please stay tuned for the video. Okay, so this is what you'll need to get started. 2 pieces of cotton fabric. I'm using camouflage and muslin fabric for my lining. 2 pieces of elastic that are at least 7 to 8 inches long. You'll definitely need scissors and some pins and some thread if you're going to be doing it by hand. I'm going to be doing it with my sewing machine, so this is what you will need to get started. Okay, so what I'm going to do is place right sides together. So right sides are going to face each other right here. And with your elastic, I'm going to show you generally what you're going to do. You're not going to do it right now, but I just want to give you an idea of what you're going to be doing when you go to the sewing machine. When you go to the sewing machine, you're first going to sew a stitch across here, all the way across till you get to here. Now, when you get to here, you're basically going to be taking a piece of your elastic and you're going to place it in the corner just like this. So when you sew down, just leave a little bit of space so that you can put the elastic in. And then you're basically going to be sewing like this across with the elastic so that you can catch on to the elastic. Now, after you do that, you're going to sew all the way down. Actually, you're going to sew all the way till you reach here a little bit. Don't go all the way down. Stop a little bit before, because you want to add that other piece of elastic here so that you can stitch it. So basically, your elastic is going to be at the corners like this, and you're just going to be stitching it over. So I'm going to show that to you now at the sewing machine. Okay, so you're going to take it to your sewing machine, and we're going to put it on a straight stitch, and put your foot down, do a back stitch, and then stitch all the way down. Leave a little bit of room here, remember, because we're going to put the elastic. So sew down. Let me do it slow so you guys can see. See how I stopped a little bit? I'll just put my foot up, and then I'm taking the elastic and I'm just going to put it in the corner to make sure that I can stitch it. See? And then put the foot back down and then stitch so that you can catch it. And I like to back stitch just to reinforce it some, right? Okay, so the needle is down. So with your needle down, you just lift up your presser foot, turn the fabric this way, right? And you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna stitch down, and remember, you have this other part of the elastic you're gonna want to put it here. So basically make sure the elastic is out of the way because you don't want to stitch it down here. You just want to get this edge, get it out the way, stitch down, put your presser foot down and then stitch down. Okay, and stop right here, and then you're just gonna add that part. Lift up your presser foot a little bit. You're making sure you have the elastic in the corner because you want to sew it down. Put your presser foot down and then sew it. Back stitch. Right? So now with the needle still inside, you're gonna turn it around. This is how I do it. Lift up the foot, turn it around. So now you would just put your presser foot down. Now when you sew on this side, you're gonna sew like to the middle, because remember you wanna leave a space in the middle so that you can flip your fabric inside out. So I'm gonna sew right now just like to about the middle. I'm gonna back stitch a bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this out and cut the thread. So now remember we have to put the other piece of elastic at this side. We have to do the same thing. So we have to put the other piece of elastic on the other side. So how I do it is just about the same way. I'm gonna take the elastic and put it in the corner. You see here, like that. And then I'm gonna cover it up. And then I'm just gonna sew down some and leave a little bit of space here. So to put your presser foot down, do a back stitch, and then sew. Same way you did it the other way. I kind of messed up in the way I showed you, but I'm trying to show you now before I finish sewing down. Just put the other part of the elastic at this end corner to make sure when you sew down, you catch the elastic. So here we go. Right, and then a back stitch. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. So now I'm gonna go ahead and sew down here, but remember we're gonna leave this space open. So I'm gonna start from over here and then sew. Okay, so you basically sewn all around, and then you left a little bit open here so that you can fold it, you can pull it inside out, and I'll do that now. Going to be flat like this, and you have this opening here, remember? So what you're gonna do is just kind of do like that to close it. If you have any loose strings, cut them off, pull them out, whatever. And I'm basically gonna do a top stitch, so you want to make sure you have your fabric, like fix it up. And then I'm gonna go around it. So I'm gonna do a top stitch all the way around. And while I'm doing that, this part that's open right here, I'll be sewing over that. So I'm gonna do my top stitch. You You still just leave the needle in, you leave it down, and then just lift up your foot and then turn it around. And then you back stitch. Basically cut off your threads, your loose threads. So guys, it should be looking just like this. See, the elastics are attached. So now you're gonna wanna do your pleats. So I'm gonna go get an iron so I can show you how we do this part with the pleats. Okay, so I have my iron here. And so basically this is the lining part. This is the right side. You're going to just basically fold it in half. Get your iron and just basically do like that. And that's just gonna give you like a fold here so that you know that it's in the center. And then you're just gonna fold this part towards that center iron mark that you just made, and then just fold, iron the corner, and then iron the other corner, and then do the same thing to the other side. Fold it in half towards that middle that you just did, and then iron it just like that. Same thing. Okay, so basically when you turn it to the right side, you'll see folds in them. Folds like 1, 2, 3. You're gonna basically have these folds that you make when you pinch it, and you're just gonna go over it with your iron to secure it in place, the folds. So it's gonna look like that. And so now you're gonna take this to your sewing machine and you're basically gonna stitch. You're gonna do a straight stitch up and down on this side and a straight stitch up and down on that side. Okay guys, I was having technical difficulties, so I had to do this voiceover. So basically you're taking this to your sewing machine and you're gonna just stitch down the sides. You're basically sewing the pleats in place. Yes, and you're done, guys. Yay! Okay, so guys, this is the finished product. I'll put it on for you. And you just adjust it like that, and feel free to adjust the elastic. You can make it shorter. This is 8 inches that I use, so if you want the mask to hug your face more, you just use 7 inches and that will make it more tight. So for some of you guys who don't feel like making a mask, again, I have these available on my website and it's free shipping. Etsy.com/shop/Kharyzma4u. I have tons and tons of designs. I have solids and all different types of prints. And please stay tuned because I'm going to be doing another video showing you how to make a different style of mask. These are the pleated masks. I have another style that I would love to show you all. You guys have been asking, and I will be coming with the sewing tutorials for you all. So make sure that, again, you go on my website, etsy.com/shop/Kharyzma4u. Follow me on Instagram at Kharyzma4u Fashion, and my personal Instagram at Kharyzma4u. Guys, I also have my new website coming out, www.Kharyzma4u.com. Sign up on the email list so you'll be the first to know when we launch. And thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. I love you all. Bye.